Starting a business is not just about picking the perfect niche or setting up your store. It's about facing the fear that shows up when you even start thinking about doing something new. It's about untangling the years of doubt, learning to trust yourself again, and taking a step even when you're shaking a little or even a lot. If you've been sitting on an idea, if you've been dreaming of something more but haven't taken that first step, this episode is for you, because the biggest thing holding you back is not the lack of time, and it's not the lack of ideas, and it's not the lack of tech skills. It's your mindset, it's fear, and it's overthinking. I've talked to so many incredible women who want this, who know deep down they were made for more, but they can't seem to start. So let's talk about it. Let's walk through it together.
Hey, teacher friend. Welcome to Online Business for Teachers, the podcast for educators who are tired of being tired and wondering if there's more out there. Are you up late Googling online jobs for teachers or how to make extra money from home? Do you dream about starting a business, working from home, or finally getting paid for the resources you've already created without adding more stress to your plate? I'm Monica Lopez, a former teacher who was burnt out, overwhelmed, and secretly searching for a way out. I wanted more time with my kids, the freedom to work from home, and a way to make money doing something I actually enjoyed. That's when I discovered the simplest path, creating and selling my own teacher resources, using the skills I already had. Now, I help teachers like you turn your ideas into income with step-by-step guidance, real talk about finding time to grow your business, and the mindset shifts that help you believe it's actually possible. So close those lesson plans and grab your favorite drink. It is your turn now.
You know that pit in your stomach feeling when you think about putting yourself out there, the thought of, am I really cut out for this? Can I really do this? Are people going to take me seriously? What if I fail? Who the heck am I to do this? What if people see me? Y'all, if that's where you are, you're not alone. I've been there. Every single person I know who has built something meaningful has wrestled with these same questions. Here's the truth. Feeling fear isn't a sign that you shouldn't move forward. It's a sign that you're standing on the edge of something new. And the only thing separating the ones who stay stuck from the ones who grow is the decision to begin, even if it's messy, even if it's scary. If your heart's pounding a little right now because this is hitting home, that is not an accident. I want to invite you to take the first baby step and book a coaching call with me. You don't need a full plan. You don't need everything figured out. You just need to stop doing it alone. You'll find the link in the show notes. I'll be honored to walk with you through those first steps. I remember what it felt like to even say out loud that I wanted to start a business. It didn't feel empowering. It felt terrifying. I journaled, I prayed, I cried. I felt physically sick at the thought of selling something. I was afraid people would laugh, that I was going to be judged, that I would fail, and that everyone would see it. And I had this deep fear of getting in trouble, like I wasn't allowed to make money or I wasn't allowed to put myself out there. I didn't know who would come punish me, but the fear was real. That wasn't business strategy fear. You're not afraid of business strategy. The fear is mindset fear. It's the kind that lives inside your nervous system, inside your subconscious mind. It's the kind that tells you to play small, even when you're craving for more, because we're talking fear from when you were a child, that whenever, like for example, when I was a child, I always believed that my brothers and sisters were a whole lot better at talking to people, and they were a whole lot better at doing business, at selling stuff. I had this belief deep inside of me that they were the business people and I was a teacher. My job was to teach not to make money. So that was deeply ingrained inside my subconscious mind. And whenever I tried to sell something or even thought about selling something, my body, my brain was going bazookas. I just could not fathom the idea that I could make money. So what did I do? Well, I did a lot of things. I thought that I needed a better planner. I thought I needed a better system. I thought I needed a better business and all the things. But the only thing that worked is going inward, working on the deep work. I had to do the heart work first. I had to do the mindset work first. So let's slow down and walk through what's actually going on when we say that we are stuck. Fear shows up in a lot of different ways, and what's going on in your brain could be many different thoughts, but the idea here is the same. From what I've seen, it's not just my own story, but in other conversations with women like you or like me, it's not that we don't know how to do it. It's that we are afraid. It's the mindset. So let's unpack some of the core mindset shifts that can help you move through fear and help you finally start. The first thing to think about is fear is not a red flag. It's a signal that you care and that you're doing something that is unfamiliar to you. If you didn't care about doing this well, if this dream didn't matter to you, if this wasn't unfamiliar, you wouldn't be nervous. You would be indifferent. So if your heart races when you go to publish that first product or that first blog post, or you get butterflies before posting your first offer, it doesn't mean that you're not ready. It means you're invested. It means that your brain is trying to keep you safe, but safety and growth don't live in the same room. Y'all think about that. Safety and growth don't live in the same room. What if instead of fighting the fear, you let it ride shotgun with you? You're not letting it be in control, but you're not ignoring it either. You can say, okay, I see you. I'm doing this anyway. One of my mantras is, it is safe for me to XYZ. So when I feel the fear, I say, it is safe for me to XYZ. Okay, so that's something that you can keep in your toolbox when you start feeling fear of starting something new. The second thing to keep in mind is this. Overthinking is a disguise of fear. There are so many of us who overthink. And I say us because I am the queen of overthinking. We tell ourselves we're just researching or we're not quite ready. But most of the time we're just stalling. Why? Because we're afraid to be seen starting small. Teachers especially, we want to do it right. We don't want to look unprepared because God forbid we're unprepared. But business is not school. We have to remember that business is not school. There's nobody grading your progress. And that's a scary thing, but it's also a freeing thing, right? When you realize that you are your own boss and you can do it however you want to do it, it's such a freeing feeling. Wow, I can do whatever I want? What? So just think about that, right? Business is not school. Nobody is grading you. You are doing it however you want. You get to be a beginner. You get to learn by doing. The only way to get clarity is through action. The only way to get clarity is through action. So if you don't start, you're never going to know what your path is. And I hate to break it to you, but your path changes on a daily basis. You start, you take that one step, and then you don't know what the next step is. So you just go with it. Okay, just putting that out there. The third mindset is huge. Belief has to come before evidence. And this one is hard because we've been trained to wait for proof. Proof that we're good enough, proof that someone wants what we have made, proof that it's worth it. But belief doesn't follow proof. It creates it. It's the other way around. You first have to believe in what you are doing, and then the evidence comes. Okay? The evidence is not there before the belief. You don't have to believe you'll make 6 figures tomorrow, but you can believe that you have something valuable to share, that you are willing to learn, that you can figure this out, even if it takes time. That's what business belief looks like. Start there. Believe in where you are right now. Don't try to believe something that's on the very top step of the stairway. Believe in where you are now, and it'll take you to the next step, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next, okay? Because it gets super overwhelming when we try to find the evidence, when we try to get to the last step in the staircase all the way to the top. It gets scary, it gets overwhelming, and you lose the belief in yourself. So just focus on the step that you are on right now. And the last thing I want you to know is this: mistakes aren't a problem. They're the path. When we encourage our students to try and to fail forward and to get feedback, y'all, it's time for us to follow our own advice. Because when we are expected to try and fail and get feedback, what do? We freeze. The truth is, though, you will make mistakes. You'll launch things that don't sell. You'll post stuff that no one likes. You'll change your mind. You're going to refine your message. You'll refine your niche. Some people even open a whole different store, or they might start making totally different kinds of products, and that's okay. It's okay to start over and over again, because that is how you build. It's not a sign that you are failing. It's a sign that you are building. Y'all, progress is not perfect. It's messy, it's brave, and it's full of lessons. So don't be afraid to mess up. Be afraid of never starting. When I started, I didn't have a map. I just had a desire for more. And God, it was a huge desire for more. And because it was so huge, I had a ton of fear. I had to write through my resistance. I had to cry through my old beliefs that told me I wasn't allowed to be successful, or I wasn't allowed to be seen. And I had to do it scared. I had to do it anyway. And maybe that's you right now. Maybe your heart is racing just listening to this. Maybe something in you knows that it's time to try, to build something that's yours, to create impact beyond the classroom, to be available to your family and your dreams. And if that's you, I want to help you out. I want to help you do it, not with another course you don't finish, but with real human support. So go to the show notes, book the call. You don't have to walk through this alone. You are not too late. You're not behind, and you're not crazy for wanting something more. You don't need to know every step. You just need to take the next one, and I'll be right there when you do. Thanks for spending this time with me. It means more than you know. And if you're ready to take that first step, the link is in the show notes. Let's do this.
Hey, teacher friend, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If this show is helping you dream a little bigger, would you take 30 seconds to leave a quick review? It means the world to me, and it helps more teachers find their way to this podcast. I'll meet you back here next week. Take care and keep dreaming bigger.